This is all about live and let live, but there's something I need to talk about, and of course it's bullies. So I've been sitting here talking to my executive producer, Scott, and my music director, Gavin, two people that were bullied in school. And now I'd like to introduce you to a man who has been on the other side of this topic, and he's about to give us a glimpse into the mind of a bully. He's now a very successful musician, and we're thrilled to have him be so honest about his past. Please welcome Christopher. Now, tell me, Christopher, at what age did you begin bullying? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, 12 years old.
At 12?
Yeah.
Okay, and I always think that if a child has so much anger, my question is, what is going on with him at home? So what was,
Exactly.
Does that connect for you?
Completely connected. I had an abusive childhood. You know, my step-parents were basically pretty abusive. And
abusive in one way? Did they
physically,
beat you?
yeah,
okay.
Physically, mentally, both sides of the family.
Aww.
And I was dealing with that where I didn't have any control in my life, you know, at home. And when I came to, well, preface that, even before that, when I was going to school in Memphis, it was a very tough school. You had to fight a lot just to get through. Just to get through. And so I was very used to like having to fight my way through school.
So you must have been very frustrated being basically bullied at home.
Yeah, bullied at home and initially bullied at school too, and but then fighting through it. And then I moved to California. And when I moved to California, the school was radically different. It was very, you know, nobody was fighting. It was very, but for me, I saw it as an opportunity to make a statement to go, leave me alone, you know, because it's the only time in my life that, the only place I had in my life that nobody hit me or hurt me.
So at that point, you really didn't have insight that you were acting out because you were so unhappy at home.
Yeah.
When did you learn about that? I mean,
you know, I started learning it when I stopped. I stopped when, of all things, I got a guitar for Christmas when I was like 15, and it's what I do now.
Yes.
And it was my safe place. It was the first time I had like a real safe place I used music for.
Isn't that amazing? We were just talking to Sheila E. on another show, and she also said she was a victim of rape, and she said how, you know, the music saved her. And I'm always, and I know Gavin is too, always supporting arts and education and music and education, which is always the first thing to be cut. But here's another example of a child that was saved because you were able to express yourself musically. Now, Doctor, just tell me, you know, in a situation like this, we have children that are bullied. We have a child that was bullied at home and then goes to school and takes out his anger on somebody else. Our counselors at school, our teachers, our, you know, professionals conditioned to not only deal with the victim, but the bully himself, because obviously this child has a serious problem.
Absolutely, and Christopher's story is so typical. These children come from a place where they've seen violence, they know violence, they feel powerless, so they need to exert their power. Like you came to the new school, you were going to be the tough one. But people don't realize that bullies are victims also.
Right.
And counselors and teachers, they're conditioned to look at the victims as they should be, but the bullies need intervention also, because that's where we can stop this problem. If we can get to the bullies and address their emotional pain, they won't need to act out.
Absolutely. It's not about just, you know, punishing the kid that's starting the fight. It's about understanding that both these children have serious problems from both sides of the spectrum.
And it's important to forgive that, I think.
To forgive.
For whatever victim, if you can forgive
yes, to start letting it go, and also to talk about it. I always find that whatever you hold in your heart that's painful, the more you talk about it, the more it takes the curse off of it. Well, Dr. Foreman, I cannot thank you enough for your insight on this topic, and I want to thank everyone here for being so brave and sharing with your stories. My heart goes out to you. There's so much I want to talk about, and we don't even have the time because I'm sure this has left its imprint on you, but we'll have to do that in another segment. So next, we're going to coming up is an actor and a singer who reveals his own personal struggles with non-acceptance by his own mother. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.